Hello everyone, it's been long. I've posted a video regarding income from house property. Now in this video I'm posting a problem that is from 2019 question paper, income from house property, 14 marks problem. Very simple problem, but usually students will get a little confused regarding this, so I've just shown you how it has to be done. So here in this question we'll just see what is given. Srimati Indra owns 4 houses. House property 1 is let out for business purpose. House property 2 is occupied for own business, and house property 3 and house property 4 are occupied for own residence. Okay. Now following are the particulars available for previous year 2018-19. Now these are the particulars given. House property 1 is let out. House property 2 is also let out, but this is actually occupied for own business they are given. Okay. The third house is also self-occupied. Fourth is also self-occupied. So now these are the particulars given. Now in this particular question there is a difference here because there are 2 houses which is given self-occupied. So whenever there is a situation like 2 houses being self-occupied, only one house we need to consider as self-occupied. Another house we have to consider it as deemed to let out house property. So I have explained that also how we are going to consider that. So we'll just see that in the problem. Now apart from that, what we have to do is that now in this particular question they again given us a adjustment pertaining to unrealized rent. So whenever this unrealized rent is given, what you are supposed to do is that we always have to just see that this unrealized rent normally has to be deducted from the annual rent. So we will just see in the problem how it is being done. So here these are the particulars given. Municipal value is given, FRV, that means fair rental value, standard rent is given, annual rent is given, unrealized rent, and always look into the question whether any vacancy is given. If vacancy is given, that adjustment also we need to take. So in this particular question they have not given, and municipal tax adjustment is given, paid by owner and paid by tenant. Now let us see how it is being done. Now before going to the question, I need to explain that concept that is relating to your self-occupied house, how it is being done. Now you see that whenever an SSC has more than one self-occupied property, only one house whose gross annual value is higher will be assessed as self-occupied property. So in this situation also we need to find out which is going to be the self-occupied. One will become a deemed to let out property. That is what I have given it here. And the remaining property are treated as let out, that is deemed to be let out. So one will be considered as a self-occupied depending upon the gross annual value, whichever is high. Another one will be considered as a deemed to let out property. So we'll just see how it is being done. So now before going to the final problem, I mentioned here calculation of income from house property, working note I'm doing. So I'm doing this basically for making you guys understand how to find out which house is going for the self-occupied. So here in 4 houses there are only 2 houses they are given it as self-occupied. Okay, another one is already mentioned, house 2 is already mentioned in the question that is occupied for own business. So that is appearing as self-occupied. So we cannot give all the houses as self-occupied. So house property 3 and house property 4, among this we have to find which is going to be self-occupied. We'll just see how it is being done. So here consider always in the house property, the first step is we have to consider municipal value and the fair rental value, whichever is high. So municipal value was given for house property 1,86,000, 1,90,000. Fair rental value was 1,54,000, 1,90,000. Among that, which is higher, 1,80,000. That's what I put a tick mark over here. Now we are bringing that down, 1,86,000 and 1,90,000. That is actually known as our notional rent. Okay. Now second step is notional rent or the standard rent. Among that, whichever is less. So notional rent already we got 1,86,000, 1,90,000. Standard rent was given in the question as 1,50,000 and 1,80,000. Now among that, WEL means that is whichever is less. So I put a tick mark, whichever is less, 1,50,000 and 1,80,000. So we got the expected rent. The resultant is known as expected rent. We got it as 1,50,000 and 1,80,000. Annual rent is not given, so because of that reason third step we are not having it. So we have to consider this expected rent as itself as our GAV. Now among this, which is going to be the highest, 1,80,000. So when this gross annual value of a house property is higher, 1,80,000, this 1,80,000 house property, that is 4th house, is taken as a self-occupied property, and house 3 is taken as a deemed to let out property. Now coming to the final solution. So I hope so that was clear how to get that self-occupied. Now final solution is income from house property. We need to write what is the assessment year, what is the previous year also. Assessment year for the current year will be 1920 and the previous year will be 2018-19. We need to write it. Okay. Now house 1 is let out, house 2 is again remaining as self-occupied, and house 3 is again let out. So we are only having with 2 houses now. So now coming to this, we are having with again first step is municipal value of fair rental value, whichever is high. So here house 1 is 60,000 and 78,000, and this house 1,86,000 and 1,54,000. Among this which is higher 78, I put a tick mark for easy understanding. So we are getting the notional rent as 78,000 and 1,86,000. Now second one is that we are having the bringing the notional rent again here, taking the standard rent, whichever is less. So 78,000 and 72,400. Here 1,86,000, 1,50,000. Among this which is smallest, 72,400 and 1,50,000. We brought it down, that is known as our expected rent. Okay. Now third step here, because first house annual rent is given, that is an adjustment here, that's why I put a star mark over here. Expected rent already we got from second step, 72,400 and 1,50,000. Now annual rent is only given for the first house in the question. But what is adjustment, you will be thinking. In the question they given us an unrealized rent. So whenever an unrealized rent is given, what are we supposed to do? That unrealized rent has to be deducted from the annual rent. So always look into the question. If any unrealized rent is given, then immediately you need to deduct it from the annual rent. Okay. So here only for first house it was given, so we are deducting it. So 84,000 minus 7,000, we are getting it as 77,000. In this house it is not there, so it is remaining as nil. Now, so GAV before vacancy, you have to write it like this itself, because if ever vacancy is there, after before vacancy, the step will be deducting the after vacancy. Okay. So here 77,000 and 1,50,000 we got. Now since in this question they have not given us any vacancy, we are not doing that step. So we are going to deduct the municipal tax. This is another important constraint here. Now when municipal tax is given, always you have to consider the paid by the owner. Which is paid by the tenant, we are not going to consider it. Okay, so you have to ignore it, which is paid by the tenant. So here it is paid by the owner, we are taking 3,000 and 12,000. So we are getting the net annual value as a 74,000 and 1,38,000. Now the another step which is coming to house property is the deductions under section 24. U bar S means under section 24. The first deduction is standard deduction at 30%. This won't be given in the question. You have to remember it. It is 30%. So it is 30% of 74,000. We are getting 22,200, and 30% of 1,38,000. We are getting 41,400. Finally, we are deducting this amount from 74,000, 41,400 from 1,38,000, and we are getting the taxable income as 51,800 and 96,600. Finally, you will be adding both the incomes and you will be writing that is a total taxable income. Here self-occupied house will be remaining as nil. And one more thing what I need to tell is, if ever under this section 24 there is always one more deduction coming, that is interest on loan. So always check in the question if it is given, then you have to mention that also. Here in this question it is not given, so we are not writing it. Hope the problem is clear for all of you. Thank you for watching.